Noah Lyles claims fourth world gold in 200. Melissa Jefferson Wooden wins sprint double. Noah Lyles is officially a four-time world champion in the men's 200-meter dash. The American sprinter ran a 19.52 to win gold at the 2025 World Track and Field Championships. He crossed the finish line and put four fingers up to represent his four world championships in his favorite event. Lyles' fourth world title matches track and field legend Usain Bolt's four world championships in the 200. American Kenny Bednarik took second with a season-best time of 19.58. Jamaica's Brian Level ran a personal best 19.64 to take home the bronze medal. After winning the women's 100, Jefferson Wooden captured another gold medal in the women's 200 on Friday. Jefferson Wooden crossed the finish line with a world-leading time of 21.68 to win 200. Great Britain's Amy Hunt ran a 22.14 to get the silver medal. Jamaica's Shericka Jackson clocked in at 22.18 to finish third. Jefferson Wooden is the first woman to win the sprint double at the World Championships since Jamaica's Shelly-Ann Fraser-Pryce in 2013. She's the first American woman to accomplish the sprint double at the World Championships. Tokyo under the lights. The Tokyo National Olympic Stadium glowed under a September night sky, humming with electricity. Flags waved, drums pounded, and the track shimmered under the floodlights. The crowd wasn't here for just another day of athletics. They were here to witness history. By the time the evening ended, two names would echo across the world. Noah Lyles, the American showman who stormed to his fourth consecutive 200-meter world title, cementing his place among sprinting's greats. Melissa Jefferson Wooden, the quiet warrior who shocked the globe by sweeping the 100m and 200m, completing a sprint double few dared to imagine. It was a night that reshaped sprinting storylines. High Voltage Sign Part 1, Noah Lyles, the 200m king. The build-up. For Noah Lyles, the 200m was more than a race. It was his kingdom. He had already won 3 consecutive world titles. He had stared down critics who said his charisma overshadowed his performance. He had silenced doubts about his health and consistency. Now, in Tokyo 2025, he stood one win away from an unprecedented fourth world gold in the 200-meter. His rivals were hungry. Let's Tobago, Botswana, the young phenom with fearless speed. Andre de Grasse, Canada, the Olympic champion with unmatched finishing strength. Tasai's Orogot, Uganda, the rising name with blistering times in 2025. But when Noah Lyles stepped onto the track, gold chains glinting, smile wide, energy electric, the crowd knew this was his stage. The race. Bang! The gun fired. The curve 0-100m Lyles blasted out of the block sharper than ever. His trademark drive crisp, his hips high. Tobago attacked hard from lane 6, while de Grasse leaned into his rhythm. The straight, 100-150m by the halfway point. Lyles was flying. His stride looked like poetry. Loose, fluid, commanding. Tobago tried to hold, but the American's form was unmatched. The final drive, 150-200m, the stadium roared as Lyles stormed down the straight. Arms pumping, knees high, head steady. He widened the gap. Tobago and de Grasse chased, but there was no catching him. He crossed the line, arms outstretched, shouting to the heavens. Time, 19.41. Season's best. World title number 4. The reaction. The stadium exploded. Cameras flashed. Noah dropped to his knees, arms raised in triumph. 4. That's 4, baby. The king stays the king, he shouted, pounding his chest. Tobago, gracious and silver, embraced him. De Grasse smiled, shaking his head. He's still the man. Lyles had done it again. 4 straight 200-meter world titles, a dynasty. High Voltage Sign Part 2, Melissa Jefferson Wooden, the double. The rise. While Noah was already a global star, Melissa Jefferson Wooden had walked a quieter path. Born in Georgetown, South Carolina, she wasn't heralded as a teenage prodigy. At Coastal Carolina University, she sharpened her raw power, winning NCAA titles. But on the global stage, she was often overshadowed by stars like Sha'Carri Richardson and Shericka Jackson. In Tokyo, that narrative shattered. The 100-meter gold. The women's 100-meter final was supposed to be Sha'Carri Richardson's coronation. The cameras were ready for her nails, her hair, her swagger. But when the gun fired, Richardson stumbled slightly. Alfred and Jackson burst forward. At 60 meters, the race was tight. And then Melissa Jefferson Wooden surged. Her form was smooth, her drive phase relentless, her top-end speed flawless. She pulled clear in the final 20 meters, dipping at the line. Time, 10.75. Gold. World champion. The crowd roared as Melissa raised her arms in disbelief. The 200m crown. 2 nights later, the 200-meter final lined up. Shericka Jackson, the queen of the Kev. Sha'Carri Richardson, hungry for redemption. Julian Alfred, the fearless challenger. Dina Ashersmith, the veteran warrior. And Melissa, now the 100m champion, standing in lane 5. The gun fired. Jackson stormed the bend, Richardson followed, Alfred powered forward. But Melissa stayed with them, calm and composed. On the straight, she soared. Her stride lengthened, her form perfect. With 30 meters left, she pulled ahead of Jackson. Richardson strained, Alfred clawed forward, but Melissa was untouchable. She dipped at the line. Time, 21.68. World leading. Double complete. The aftermath. Melissa dropped to her knees, tears streaming. She had done the unthinkable, the sprint double. This is for every girl who thought she wasn't enough. We are more than enough. We are champions, she said, clutching her medals. Richardson hugged her. Jackson nodded in respect. The stadium gave her a standing ovation. High Voltage Sign Part 3, 2 stories, 1 night of legends. Lyles and Jefferson Wooden. 2 Americans. 2 very different personalities. Noah Lyles, loud, charismatic, a performer who thrived in the spotlight. Melissa Jefferson Wooden, quiet, disciplined, a worker who let her speed do the talking. But together, they gave the U.S. one of its greatest nights in sprinting history. Historical significance. Lyles joined Usain Bolt as one of the few men to win 4 straight 200-meter world titles. Jefferson Wooden joined legends like FloJo and Elaine Thompson-Herah in completing the sprint double. It was dominance, past and future colliding on one night in Tokyo. High Voltage Sign Part 4, The World Reacts. Headlines blazed across the globe. Lyles rules the curve again. 4th 200-meter gold. BBC Sport. Jefferson Wooden's double shocks Tokyo. New York Times. America's Golden Sprint Night. ESPN. Jackson and Richardson stunned by rising star. Jamaica Gleaner. On social media, #Lyles4 and #Melissa double trended instantly. Fans marveled at the U.S. sweep of the night. High Voltage Sign Part 5. Legacies in Motion. Noah Lyles. His 4th 200-meter world gold places him among the all-time greats. With Paris 2028 looming, whispers already start. Can he chase Bolt's records? I'm not done. I want it all. Noah grinned in his post-race press conference. Melissa Jefferson Wooden. Her double establishes her as a new force in women's sprinting. Once overshadowed, she now stands shoulder to shoulder with Richardson and Jackson. This is just the beginning, she said. Glowing star epilogue, a night etched in gold. As the stadium emptied and Tokyo's neon lights flickered, 2 Americans stood at the center of the world stage. Noah Lyles, Sprint King, 4-time 200-meter world champion. Thank you for watching. Please don't forget to hit the subscribe button, like and share. Till next time.